So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 150, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. I am back in the fucking building for episode 150. $1.50. $1.50, motherfucker. I'm all too familiar with that. Anyway, this 150th episode also coincides with 8 years of fucking Devastator, man. Our eighth birthday was yesterday, the 7th. So that's fucking pretty cool. And yeah, so 8 fucking years. I appreciate everyone still hanging around and sticking around and I'm trying my best to do all the things that I, have always done to try and keep everybody somewhat fucking entertained. And I was going to ask for Devastator's birthday gift. Let's try to push it over 20,000 followers, but I didn't even fucking feel like it. I didn't feel like making a big, normally in the years past, actually last year, I totally fucking forgot. But in the years previous, I used to have like kind of a whole day. I'd get all these old posts together and old pictures, and I'd go through all that shit and post all these old photos and shit like that, and kind of documenting a brief synopsis or documenting the journey. And just haven't, I don't know, yesterday I was like, oh, maybe I should. We had fucking plans to go to the drift thing in the evening, and Erica's been sick, and I got that fucking post bumping like a bitch. That shit is keeping me busy. So I was like, if I open the fucking can of worms, I'm gonna be kind of required to fucking, to see it through. And I was like, I just don't have the fucking time. Ugh. So I just kind of did that one little post pointing out the date on the box cutter, which is why that's on there. If you got a box cutter, that date is the opening day of Devastator. I don't even really know if anyone caught that. So if you didn't know that's what that was about yesterday. Yeah, so 8 years in the fucking books. Thank you all. Thank you everybody for fucking sticking around and making this a fucking possibility. Last fucking week, well, I don't even remember when it was, Friday night or Saturday night or something like that. I think it was Saturday night. I'm working. I'm doing a recoat at a fucking urgent care by myself, so I'm up late. I'm right in the middle of talking to fucking Punchmarker. I go out to the van. I'm done with the job. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not fucking insulting anybody. I'm not doing anything to anybody, like for once. And I go to, hit the, whatever, open up the Instagram, the fucking messages, and this thing pops up and it's like, your account is suspended. And I'm like, and at first I was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, I read it and I'm like, oh, this is obviously, I clicked on some fucking fuck shit or something. And I opened it again and it was like, you have 180 days to appeal this or else you're permanently banned. And I was like, oh shit. So I just hit the appeal button. It didn't even let you say anything. Like, it doesn't let you speak your piece or anything like that or tell you why. It literally didn't say like why. It just, well, I mean, I shouldn't say literally. It didn't give me a specific reason why. I mean, it literally did say something. It said that your account, not your post or your comment or anything, your account is maybe, not is, whatever the verbiage was very to the letter of the law, I would say. Maybe not the law, because, you know, we all signed the terms and conditions that say they can shut us down whenever. But I guess that, you know, it says fucking this account is not following the guidelines set by Meta. And I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And I'm thinking, oh, it must have been some. I'm like, I've been trying not to post as much of people out there like blatantly doing their thing. So I was like, I don't know, is it that? And then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, this is bullshit, actually. I'm like, what the fuck is the fucking problem here? So it started making me think about not circumventing that, but getting ready for the process. So if you're not signed up on the Devastator email list or text list or whatever the fuck that is, like when you order shit on the site, and I think there's an email list at the bottom of the page, I'm not sure. Get on that for sure, because that's going to be how I'm going to get a hold of people if something like that is to ever happen again. But the fuck is all that noise out there? Ron must be out there fucking. Hold on 1 second. Of course it is. Oh, they must have had their bikes on the side of the fucking house. That little motherfucker, man. That boy been pissing me off lately too. He just can't fucking keep them vapes out of his mouth. He's definitely sucking on the vape dick. Just can't stop. He just can't fucking help himself. I don't know what it is. And just bullshit and lying and shit, man. That fucking kid. Anyway, I'm getting my fucking my back pay for the fucking all the problems I gave my family. What else? Oh, so I did the appeal with no explanation on their end, more than I was violating the guidelines, nothing specific, and not letting me say anything in my defense because there was no accusation. There was whatever it was. Nothing that I allegedly did aside from not following the guidelines, which they allowed you to review the guidelines, and them motherfuckers, that's a book. So it could be anything in there, which, okay. So, I mean, I guess they did kind of tell me, like, somewhere in this multi-sectional fucking thing, you did something. So you may have, they were big on the may. You may have done something that's blah, 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 whatever. And the only thing I could think is the one post at the time was just about I think it was just about to break 200,000 views. I think it was either just about to break 100,000. No, I think it was just going to get to 100,000. I think it was. I think it was at like 90,000. And usually when posts do really good like that, I've only had a handful ever break 100,000. But usually when they go good like that, it brings heat of different kinds. People fucking talking shit in the comments, whatever. So I tried to keep my responses to a minimum. And the one guy said loser, and I said something like I said, I'm not the one, which is ironic of me to say, I'm not the one insulting people randomly in the comments or something like that. And that comment my comment back to him got like a ton of likes, so it was obviously people were seeing it. And then I pinned his loser comment to the top to be a prick, but maybe that pissed him off and he went on a mass reporting spree. I'm not sure. Definitely nothing I did as far as I didn't swear, I didn't threaten, I didn't do anything. But that could be, I could have just pissed somebody off by him going out of his way to come to my fucking shit and call me a loser. We could have just said fucking loser and scrolled on, but whatever. So maybe that had something to do with it. But then I was actually curious. I said, I wonder if Threads is affected by this as well. So I tried to open up the Threads and it was like, nope, you're banned. But Threads gave me a little bit more insight than Instagram did. And Threads said that you your page has violated the selling of illegal, or was it illegal or regulated goods? Something like that. Illegal or something. And I said, huh. So then they let me say something. So I said, fucking appeal. I said, I've never sold anything illegal, and I don't plan on selling anything illegal. I said, this is the business I put my children through school with, which, you know, they're in school, but not because of Devastator. But, so that's what I sent back. And then by the time I woke up in the morning, it was all taken care of. And they apologized for any inconvenience, but you have to understand that we do this for the safety of yourself and others. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, whatever, motherfucker. So, whatever. But, so that was a little scary, but then it definitely made me reflect and think about shit. And I was like, fuck, man, gotta make sure that doesn't fucking happen. What else we got going on? The new fucking punch marker bricks have arrived. I gotta just find a little bit of time to go over our bricks. And our first series is gonna be like the summer series, so it's got some 4th of July type colors, the like Miami Vice colors, and then just kind of like a summery, kind of remind me of like an island kind of colors and shit. Set of bricks. And then I got another one as well. That was, I think, was the prototype for those, the 3-color bricks. So if you've seen the 3-color bricks being teased, the 3-color summer set is going to be coming out soon. So if you like the Devastator bricks, you will fucking love these. These are way cool. And once they're gone, they're fucking gone forever. So once the summer series is gone, you can only buy them, and it will be they will be for sale, unlike the other bricks, which are not for sale. These ones will be on sale, and yeah. So that's what the fuck we got going on. Got some bricks on deck. BOD, baby. Fucking shout out to fucking Punchmarker, constantly making cool shit all the time. The evil genius, constantly crushing. And I got the fucking quarter pounder. He sent me a quarter pounder to kind of test, and that shit's a beast. So if you want a nice beastly fucking shit that looks like a fucking Sharpie fucking oil-based paint marker in your pocket, but it's got a fucking fat spike in it, that's where you need to go. That shit's got the heft to it. Very, very, very excited about that. And the bricks too. I got to make a nicer post. I've been all fucked up lately, fucking with my posting. I was fucking busy as shit, so I got to get some better posts up. I've also been trying to do some shit too, you know, like fucking get out, and you know, we did the drift pit again. I think Erica's sick. So if she's not feeling better, we're probably not going to, but there's this fucking flea market and shit tomorrow we're thinking about going to, and you know, all that type of shit. I gotta go to fucking work in a little while, so this probably isn't gonna be the longest episode ever, because I still have to go and make some fucking food because I'm starving. I'm always starving though. And what else we got going on? What the fuck else do we got going on? All right, we got the bricks. We covered the bricks. Oh, I put out the pink Saturday night special, and I know people are like bugging. A lot of people are mad about that shit. They're like, yo, they got those at Home Depot for free. You know, like, I guess if you want to go steal a fucking Dremel bit, you know, whatever, you could do that too. But I take the Dremel bits, I fucking bend them, I fucking shrink wrap the bent portion of the steel, and put a fucking key ring on for you, and a rubber cap so it doesn't fuck up whatever you got in your pockets. Like if you put your phone in your same pocket as your keys, Home Depot ain't gonna do that for you. So got the pink one out. Pink one's slightly different as far as I do believe the grit of the stone is different. I don't really think it fucking matters that much for what its use is, but I put the clear rubber end on that And I usually go with the ball chain for that. I don't know why. I just aesthetically like it better. And the blue one to me, for some reason, is more hardcore. So it gets the black rubber piece and the traditional silver keychain. Key ring. Excuse me. What else? So those are out. Oh, fuck, man. Did you see when I put the pink alcohol with the white alcohol, boy? That shit turned into the opaque fucking hot pink that the bleed glows in the UV light, which looks fucking tits. Erica's like, well, why don't you offer it? And I'm just like, I don't fucking feel like it. You can get a pink, you can get a white, and you can mix them to your fucking heart's content. I encourage mixing of the shit. Don't mix one night only with anything. That is just, don't do that. I don't recommend it. It's just two different things, and you don't want to do that. Mix one night only with one night only. That's fine. And it's not going to hurt anything, but, it just they just don't mix great. But mix all the alcohols you want together. And see what you can come up with. Mix the metallics with different fucking solid colors, or you can put more red in your red metallic if you want to, or a little purple, or whatever the fuck. Everything in its own what's the word I'm looking for? In its own if it shares a chemical makeup, you can mix it. So mix them up. What I did notice, as the white has ages a little bit, as far as since I started making it, is that does somewhat do that little slight mop sucking in thing, pause. But it doesn't harden like the one night only. It just must just eat the air inside of it. I don't know what that's got to do with, because it's not too much different than the standard alcohol base that I use. It does have a couple of more things in it, but nothing crazy. I had to use a different binder to make the white pigment hook up, and for some reason it does settle quite a bit. It didn't. My first initial run didn't settle nearly as bad as my second run. Not really sure why, but you fucking shake it, it's fine. So whatever. It didn't separate as much before. I don't know if that's got to do with the binder or the pigment. I'm not really sure why that happens, but not the fucking end of the world. Just give it a good shake. Just like I recommend shake everything. You don't really have to shake alcohols as far as the violet and shit like that. But why the fuck not? If there's any shit in there or something, or, any loose pigment that needs a rolling around, which it shouldn't, or dye or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But, and who doesn't like fucking shaking mops? I mean, come on, who doesn't like shaking the fucking mops? I put balls in everything except for rust, because obviously I was going to put ceramic ones in the rust just because people like to shake. But then I was like, yeah, always talking about fucking wasting money. Let's put ceramic balls in the rust so people can get the shaking sensation. What else we got? That's about it, man. I'm thinking that's about it. I think that's it, man. That's all I got. I got nothing too crazy. All right, I'll talk about this. I'm thinking about did I already talk about doing an in-store only ink? So I'm sorry. I fucking apologize if you don't live near a shop that we're going to do this at. I'm going to try to do it with all the shops that we wholesale to, and make a fucking one of one ink. I'm thinking it's going to be a dark red, and sending 4 or 5 bottles, I haven't decided, to all the shops that we work with, and you can only get it in store. You cannot order it online. You can't go to their website. You can't go to their Instagram. You can't fucking finesse them. I mean, I would hope that they would not sell it to anybody after that, but and it's going to be only available at our cooperating shops to try and get people to go in and do some shopping in your local shop. And I think it would just be fun for them to push. It would be fun for me to push who we're working with. And yeah, so that's the fucking plan, man. We're gonna do that. So don't start asking me, yo, but we're boys, blah 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 blah. It's I gotta be strict on this one. So hopefully there's a shop near you that we're gonna be working with, and I will let everybody know, to let their people know once it touches down when it's gonna be available and you can go in and get it. And I think I'm gonna make it one per customer. So for any of those shops. So, whatever. Whoever it is, they can only get one at a time, or one per person, whatever the fuck it is. And I think I'm going to tell the shops to charge $5 for it, and just let them keep it, and, put it, it's not much. It's going $20 or something like that, but, I don't want anything for it because they are participating with me. So I will fund the project if they participate. And it'll just be, I think it'll get some people through the doors, possibly, or nobody, and then it'll show that Devastator isn't really big in their fucking community. So we'll see. But all right, that's it for now. I gotta go in and fucking do some what's it called there? Do some what's the fucking words I'm looking for here? Do some cooking and finish this episode and get it uploaded. So I love you guys. Shout out Pep, shout out MKA, shout out Machine Studio, shout out Dick, shout out Punch Marker like a motherfucker. Everyone go and interact with all these people, and fucking shout out Stickerfied, shout out fucking all the people who have always fucking taken care of me and worked with me and shown me the ropes and fucking supported this shit since the beginning. So I love all you guys, and can I get a discount code? I will use the scribe to draw on glass. Yeah. No. Discount code. None. Bitch. I love you guys. Be good in them streets. Tell Ronnie to stop vaping.